UPSC or preparing for your mains, answer writing is one of the key, because even if you qualify your prelims, the main thing where most of the students are stuck is answer writing. So how to make your writing stand apart from others? So before that, let's address one of the basic questions: what is writing? So writing is never ending part of your life, be your life in school, college, university, or into any organization. In some form or the other, either on your computers or on your notepad, you are writing something. So writing is a very essential part of your life. But when can you write? A very good question. With the help of generative AI, students are now reducing their energy inputs into creative minds for writing. But this writing can be successful only if you have knowledge. In case you have the knowledge, you would automatically beat the concept of generative AI. So for good answer writing, what is the key? Knowledge. Now when you have the knowledge, you think. Now when you think, you know that there is only one chance that you get to exchange your ideas with the examiner who is checking your copies. Now since there is only one chance that you are getting, you are under full pressure. So when you are under full pressure, you need to stand from the crowd. Now when you need to stand apart, what are the key things you look for? First is, my answer should not be a monotonous answer. My answer should be capturing even the first few lines, or the visualizations and graphics should be such that it gives an impression that I have knowledge of the concept. The second is, it should be brainwashing. Bring in a concept, ideology, an innovative approach, or an opinion that is besides the crowd. The next is, enlighten the reader. Probably create a new insight. Oh, that looks so obvious, but I didn't ever thought about it. So that should be the kind of brainstorming that should be brought with your answers. Whatever you are writing, whatever side of the answer you are taking, or even if you are keeping your answer neutral, it's really important that you are able to convince the examiner on your point. If you are not able to convince the examiner on your point, there could be a loss in your answers, or in your final marks rather. And then, how to write differently. So when you understand how to write differently, you need to understand some key important things. First is, as I always mention, knowledge. If you have a good subject knowledge, there is no way out that can be challenged ever. Now once you have a good knowledge, how do you analyze that knowledge? Make it simple so that even a layman or a common man can understand. Now with this approach, when you start your writing, you must bring in your expressions. Those expressions should reveal to be original and creative with good grammar constructs, and then create a flow in the writing that would bind the answer itself. The introduction conclusion should not sail apart. They should not be two different boats. It should be one common ship that you are in. Then, when your answer is being assessed, as I said, how relevant you are. Even if you know a lot of things which surround the answer, it's really important to understand that you have not actually moved away from the original thing which is being asked in the question. Make sure your structure and the language is sweet and simple. There is no requirement to choose heavy, difficult vocabulary. The effectiveness of your writing is implied under how you present your answers, with your accuracy in terms of knowledge, in terms of technical inputs, and in terms of quality. Now, when your answer is being graded, what is really important? You know, every day the examiner is reading thousands of answers. Even within your answer copy, there could be 10 to 20 answers that an examiner would read, and at least 50 to 100 copies minimum on a day that the examiner would check. Now, when the examiner is under so much pressure, it is really important that you bring the key points for the examiner clear and crystal clear, and that is keep them either highlighted, bold, reduce any kind of spelling or grammatical error, and organize your content in a very systematic way. One good way to do that is brainstorm for 1/4 time, and for the remaining 3/4 time keep on writing, and the last minute is just checking what you have written and see if something is missing or everything is well settled. Now, 5 important things that you need. First is understanding the topic. Don't leave the space unutilized. Use most of the booklet that is given to you with a proper structure, appropriate examples. Now, a lot of students come up, say, I have written certain examples, but if those examples are not relevant, there is no point introducing it. And then is the writing strategy. When you are writing, it's not required that it is extensive, but the depth of the knowledge is really important and is what that matters. So make sure you keep these points in mind before you turn up with your answer writing, and we are there as always to help you with your answer writing. In case you have any questions, feel free to connect back. Thanks for joining in today.